Hey, what's up, Grill with Will fans? We are here with our first official video. First thing I kind of want to just talk to you guys about is, when it comes to grilling, you got propane, charcoal, right? And I know a lot of you people might have different opinions. And there's a couple of things when it comes to propane and charcoal. First off, propane is definitely more convenient. It's going to be easier. And honestly, the grills kind of look better. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you ever seen a propane grill? And that thing is huge, right? It looks manly. It's good in the backyard. And then you have stuff like maybe charcoal, which most of you guys think of maybe that circular grill kind of thing. But, if you want to do charcoal and still look as good, you can get these nice barrel grills you can see here. So this baby right here, I call it Becky the Barbecue. Just because, honestly, it rhymes and I like alliteration. So it looks good in the backyard because it's a nice barrel grill. I want to give a shout out to my buddy Brandon Walsh and his minivan. He was able to pick it up because something like this doesn't fit in the back of a Corolla, So shout out to him. But, without further ado, we're going to get started here and we're going to be grilling up a storm. So stay tuned. Now, the first thing about charcoal grills, you might have had a bad experience because of the lighter fluid that you use. And I'm just here to tell you a groundbreaking scenario, okay? So if you have a charcoal grill, the other purchase you want to get is this thing right here. Okay, see, mine's a little rusted up. You can, obviously not a big deal, but so this right here, it does wonders because what you're gonna do is, once I move all these things over, what you're gonna do with this is you will put the charcoal in the top, right? And then you will put easy lightable things, maybe some paper, newspaper I like to use, put it all like in the bottom here. And what happens is when you light it, it lights that paper, ignites the ones on the bottom. You wait maybe 15 minutes or so, and it ignites all your charcoal, and then you just dump it out and start your grilling. It takes just as long as lighter fluid, and you don't get that lighter fluid taste regardless of whether you're waiting for it to burn off or not, right? So that's always a good thing. So I'll kind of just show you guys that. Thanks, Ferd, because it's the best, the original. I'm just kidding. It's just what I picked up at Walmart. I have no idea what's the best chocolate. I'm just doing a little bit. I'm not going to fill the whole thing up because I'm just cooking some stuff for me and my wife tonight. Looks like we're going to be cooking up some married to an Italian woman. So I'm picking up some Italian mild sausage. My personality is so hot, we don't want to get anything too spicy, you know what I'm saying? So here we go. Now, you saw I poured it in here, right? And then I gotta go get some paper. For me, actually, I took these old, I don't know if you guys can see these. They're like school supply lists from the Waterloo Walmart. And I was like, there's all this paper here and no one's gonna take these. They're just gonna see, oh, I don't need school supplies. So I took a huge stack of them. Anyways, okay. So the charcoal's in here, right? And then you're gonna roll up and put it in between, right? Because there's a grate right here. So you put the paper right in there. And then, simple enough, you're just gonna grab a lighter and you're gonna place it in the little holes. You can see here, I got paper all on it here, but I'll try to lift it for you. Just these little holes right there. Lighter goes right in there. Light it in a few spots, just like you're starting a fire, right? So light it in here. And then it should light right up. As long as you got some smoke coming out, that's exactly what you need. And then wait just as long as you would anything else. I have actually a temperature gauge here. It's temperature, we're checking it because being a chiropractic student, I took microbiology. We want to make sure we cook all our food to the correct temp. Don't want any of those little microbes, right? I have a timer and we're gonna kind of turn this on. I'm gonna set it to 10-15 minutes maybe. And hit play. And then I'm gonna check with you guys in 10 minutes and this should be lit enough that I can dump it out and then we can start cooking. So as you can see, it's been about 10 minutes and it's definitely smoky. You can see the top isn't really ready, right? But the bottom is. Some of those bottom ones, you can see them burning there. And the whole key factor about charcoal is that it needs to be hot. And so I should be able to flip this, and then I'll shut the lid here, and we should be all set to go. This works because, you know, it's on video. All right, just take, boom. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean off the grill, because that's one thing that charcoal can get really dirty, but as long as you're taking care of your customers, you're doing ethical things, I'm gonna open this up, we're gonna clean it off, and we're gonna be all set, all right? All right, let's get to what you've all been waiting for. Like I said, we got some Italian sausage we're cooking today, all right? We're gonna bust this baby open. Let's get started. Tell you what, here we go. All right, I'll get you guys a better view of this in just a second. But this is the most complicated part. You all right, okay? So you're gonna take your hands, okay? Don't worry, they've been washed. Well, you're gonna take yeah, babe, I washed them. Anyway, so you're gonna take your hands, the sausage. What? Watch close. You're not watching. Watch close. Okay, here we go. And boom. 1. Boom. 2. Boom. 3. And there you have it. Now the other thing you got to be careful about with charcoal is that every temperature place is going to be different, right? When you cook on a stove, when you cook on propane, it's all even heat for the most part, right? Charcoal, all different distributions, which some people find annoying. I find it great because that means that you can just move stuff. If I got something too hot, I move it over to the side that doesn't have a lot of charcoal on it, or I move it up to this top rack, whatever I got to do to make sure we're looking good, right? So let me get you guys a better view of this. I'll show you on the phone. All right, so we got our sausages cooking right here. You can see the flames have really gotten up. It's cooking our food here. And like I said about the heat distribution, right? With just a small, it's just me and my wife, you know, I put charcoal only on this side, so now there's no charcoal on this side. So this side is much cooler, right? We also have a top rack. And use that to your advantage. Don't get irritated with it. Use it to your advantage, right? So we're gonna go ahead and shut this, keep that temperature hot, and we'll come back in a little bit. All right, let's take this out. Look at these guys, huh? What do you say? All right, ooh, you can already see it. Go see? It's starting to form right there because it's right under those lines. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do a little roly-poly over here, all right? It's just like the, what is it, those twins, you know, what's that twin movie where like switching places, you know, with those two twins, isn't that what they call it, you know, or like the Parent Trap or something, don't they like switch places, the same thing, we're just moving these little, this little piggy goes over here, this little piggy goes over there. Apologize to you vegans out there, I don't mean to offend anyone, but just going through, all right, just do a little switcheroo. I'm not gonna quite roll these yet. We're getting there. We're getting there. Now, normally I might use some type of seasoning. I won't reveal that secret quite yet. I'm gonna hopefully have another video coming soon where I'm actually gonna cook my personal favorite, the classic cheeseburger, right? So I'll be cooking hamburgers and cheeseburgers, probably with my Grill with Will crew. That's right, I do have a crew. Shout out to all my boys, Grill with Will. A lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them are gonna be coming over, I think on Tuesday. And so we'll be filming and I'll be grilling them burgers and I'll be using a personal favorite seasoning of mine. And I'll try to bring you guys new seasonings all the time. But so be looking for that video as well. All right, we are back again. Here we go. I think we're gonna do some rolling here. Ooh, baby. As George Foreman used to say, look at them lines, right? That's what we want. All right, don't be afraid. I'll tell you so many times. You might say, oh my gosh, this is like so charred. Charcoal does not work like that, guys. I'm telling you. Charcoal is one of those things where, like, it sears it on the outside, but like it keeps that flavor on the inside, right? I'm gonna do some rolling here. See, this one's been above the flame for a while. I'm gonna try to roll this baby. Yeah. Let's get the other side of that one. All right, we're back. I'm going to go check on these, but I also want to show you guys the temperature gauge that I have here. Obviously, you can get whatever temperature gauge you want, but mine has like a little display. Probably can't see, but you know, you can even, you know, I told you it had a timer before. Like, you can kind of add your timer and then, you know, hit play and it'll go whatever. But you can see it says 66. Man, it's 66 up here. But anyways, it's got the little probe. We're going to check the temperatures on those meats, make sure that I'm not killing anyone, especially the only people eating are myself and my wife, which both people are very important to me. So I'm gonna try to not kill anyone. That's the goal today, right? That's the goal. And that, you know, isn't that the goal with any grilling? Ready? I need to warn you guys. When I grill, I'm very philosophical, you know? So you'll get lots of my random ideas and my random chats because you're just waiting for stuff sometimes. But I digress. What was I talking about? But anyways, yeah, let's not kill anyone today. Let's check those temperatures, huh? Let's get at it. All right, so our safe temperatures are what? Maybe about 150, 140, 150. So if you kind of just give this a little poke in there, right? We're going to give this a solid look here. Alright. Here. When you get to those temperatures, you can really count on it being done, and then you can just flip them and be done because, you know, you're not really worried about it cooking internally because the internal is good, and the health department won't come at you. I mean, if they show up at your house, you got a very active health department, but, you know, we try to be ethical in all that we do, right? I mean, who grills unethically? It's not the American way. All right, we are back on. I ran in and got a lovely plate here because we are very, very close to done. As I explained before, right, they were right about like 130, some of them were 140, and that's kind of your target. I think the target for me is like 150, 160, somewhere around there. And you know that obviously it's only going to go up. So if I leave them in there for a few more minutes, and I mean, I have to admit that this is the other downside of charcoal, is that once I take these off, we're basically done, and the charcoal just kind of burns out. And that's what I let it do. I like it when it's hot, I like to shut the lid, keep it nice and hot, and that's when I give it one last clean after the fact. So I clean it afterwards and before, keeps everything really nice. And then once it's all burned off, I'll roll this sucker into the garage, try to keep it out of the rain because I don't have a grill cover, you know, so, but we'll get there. So, ooh, yo, I have something else to show you guys. Check this out. See those lights? Yeah, I put those up. I'm still working on it, but we're working on stringing those lights together. Ooh, shout out to my family and father-in-law. We put our heads together, put this beautiful deck out here. Not bad, right? And yeah, so I'm stringing those lights together, and they're super cool because I got one of those plugs. So they're on a schedule. They're Bluetooth. It's actually connected to a outlet in my garage that still picks up my Wi-Fi. And so 7 o'clock they turn on, and 11 o'clock they turn off, and I don't have to touch them anymore. It's quite glorious. I still got to string more, but it's pretty awesome. So, but what are we talking? Oh, hey, yeah, sausage. Yep. Right. Why we're here? Okay. So let's check these bad boys out. It's game time. And again, you know, my wife likes these really done. She always has. So, you know, this is one of those things that obviously cook them to the way people want them. But we'll take a look at all these. And a lot of these are really looking good. And it's one of those things that they're not seared. Like, charcoal is just so good, especially like about keeping the juices inside when you sear them off like that. But anyways, that about does it for me. You saw the great and glorious first video of Grill with Will. Thank you so much. You know, find me on Facebook, find me on Instagram. I even have a Twitter, William Krems. Instagram is WildeBeestWill. And thank you guys. Subscribe to these YouTube videos because you don't want to miss out. When all of my friends come back from school starting up again, which starts back up this Wednesday, we're going to have great times here with Grill with Will. So stay tuned. And again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video.